Hi, my name is Alex, and I'm going to be doing a demonstration of Project Zero. And yeah, so this is my code, and this is, of course, my standard draw. And as you can see, there's a spaceship right here, and I can move it through two interfaces. So I can, if you look over here, these are the keys that I'm spamming, and I can move it. Oops, I can move it using kind of like a coordinate-based movement. So if you all remember this like little solar system that we've created, it's actually just the XY plane. So you can move it through coordinates, and that's what I've done here. You can also change it using velocity. So if you look here, I'm changing it with velocity using my WASD keys. I'm not touching it, and then I'm touching again, and I can also move it using coordinates. So I have pretty much two different types of input. And then I also had put in a space key. So I put in my space key, and whenever I press a space key, I shoot a Hadouken beam from Street Fighter. And yeah, and pretty much what's going on is an image is generated whenever I press the space bar some distance away from the ship. And it is also affected by gravity, as you can see, that it just kind of bends around the sun. And yeah, so that's all the input that I put in this game, or game, I mean, this project. And yeah, that's pretty much the demo. What else am I gonna talk about? Oh, so yeah, two modes of operation, text input, and there's also audio. So if I can get this, actually, if I can get this audio working. If you hear that little buzzing noise in the background, that's the default theme song. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've done so far with the Project Zero, and that's pretty much all I plan on doing. For a little, like I guess, philosophical explanation of my code, I pretty much have a separate class. Oops. Or I have this. Oh, that's not good. Oh, there we go. So I have a separate class that's called Rocket Ship. It's called Rocket Ship. Oh God, I can spell. I can definitely spell. I'm a Berkeley student. I can definitely spell rocket ship. So I pretty much have a rocket ship class. Okay, I can't spell. I have a rocket ship class that extends, and if you don't know what extends does, it pretty much just makes a subclass. So it's a subclass of body extreme. So n body extreme. Is it n body extreme or body extreme? Whatever the constructor class is. And this rocket ship has specific methods. So like it has methods such as the key pressing and all that stuff. So like key press, or like it'll do something if I press a key, and then this is all drawn on like the main method of the other class that I can't really remember. What is that? N body extreme, yeah. And so for I guess future improvements or like how you would make this project more interesting or other ideas is create extra background threads. So the way the audio works is usually you have like code running like this, and then you like create a box, like kind of create a box, and Java will run this box, and then while it's running that, it'll actually just move on and like jump to the next line. So you can create multiple background threads, and that's how you would create a sound effects. So you could create, you know, sound effects and all that stuff. Sound effects. Sound effects. You can also do image rotation. So I also thought about this. So if you look at my Star Destroyer, let me see if I can actually draw a Star Destroyer. Uh, you know, like, whew, let's just say this is a Star Destroyer. So we'll call this Star Destroyer. Let me get rid of this. Ah, forget it. So let's just call this a Star Destroyer. You know, I'm a pretty bad artist. You can actually get this image to rotate, and the way I thought about it is this Star Destroyer also has like an axis. You can give it its own axis, and you can kind of adjust the angle. So you could probably like click Enter 30 in the terminal, and it'll adjust the angle. And so, you know, my low Hadouken beams, you know, I can shoot them off into different angles. You know, I can shoot it off like this way, that way, whichever way I want, and it like rotate the image. Oh, yeah, that also reminds me, my the little Hadouken beam, so the little, I guess, thing that shoots out of the rocket, which is a Star Destroyer, is also a subclass of Body Extreme. And the whole purpose of that is so that I don't have to worry about methods such as .update and all that stuff. I can just make projectile a specific Body Extreme object. And so yeah, you can add image rotation. Also, you could also have let me create a new one of these. You could also have a borders. So I don't know how you would do this, but I'm 99% sure, and I saw also on a YouTube video that you can create borders on your standard draw, so that you know stuff doesn't just go flying out. And I can show you an example of stuff just flying out. So I'm just gonna spam, you know, one of my keys, not this key, but one of the velocity changing keys. And if I just spam it, you'll see that it just slowly just flies away. And you know, I kind of don't want that. So you can also like kind of create borders right here. So you create borders. Uh, not borders in real life, of course. No borders in real life. But you can create borders in the your I don't know, your GIF, or you know, I don't know what this is really called, but for your project 0. So that's pretty much it. I can play it one more time just for fun. So yeah, coordinate based movement. It's kind of jumpy. Velocity changing movement. And you can see it kind of starts spiraling, you know, down. And, you know, image generation. And, yeah. So that's pretty much my project. Wow, did you see that? That's crazy. How my Hadouken beams just get deflected by the sun. I didn't even notice that. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Thanks for watching.